All right. Looks like we need to refresh our audio and video monitors. Chat is looking okay. Let me actually do a BRB and check on our audio on our streaming laptop. All right, so audio should be coming through. Not hearing it yet. Not hearing the game audio anyway. Bear with me a moment. We have a few minor things to announce. Oh, yeah, I guess we do have a little. Oh, okay. Is this coming through now? Guess we'll see how that works. All right, testing audio, testing audio. Can we hear it yet? Oh, that's not good. Well, yet another technical issue. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to rely on chat today for audio. Our audio monitor is refusing to connect, so we'll take that out and let those charge. One more moment. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay. That looks pretty good. Okay, so we are in Inkwood. We are day 564 again. We are in the Journey Begins realm. We are live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. And it looks like we moved our camera over a little bit because I see some stuff kind of popping through the transparency. Okay. Maybe we'll have to put something solid there later. Which, on that note, if you notice anything audio-wise, visual-wise that you think could be improved, feel free to drop those kind of things in chat, along with questions about Minecraft, the story we're telling, cooking, Legos, any of that kind of thing. Thank you, Evan, for the, I think I saw a like go by. Appreciate it. How's the Wednesday going? Let's go dig our hole while we go through some of this other stuff. So we're being around Inkwood, part of the novel that we're trying to write. It's a piece of that story, a plot point in that story. Right now we're looking for copper while we dig out stuff, so we can finish our inn roof and go from there. I'm trying to learn some architecture as we go. So the roof on the inn is a mansard roof. No idea if that's really like a common roof for inns, taverns, but we're going to use it. Yeah. And we're trying to grow the stream, getting more people in, improving the quality, trying out new games as well. So we're Minecraft every day. Satisfactory Fridays and Saturdays, Planet Crafter Sundays and Mondays. And we have Wildcard Wednesdays. So, oh, well, thank you, in for a little while. If we have time, well, and anyone wants to see, we might follow this up with a little to the left. We've been doing that the last 2 weekends, so we might continue that. Let's mine a little while I try to look for some other stuff here. Yeah, little glitches or things like that in the video where the game's going through the transparency, either like it's a little offset or going through the transparency of the image, little things like that. If you notice those things and you want them fixed, let me know. That lets me know which things to kind of prioritize. All right. Oh yeah, we'll need to go amend some tools too, because we've been kind of lazy about that. And for anyone that's new, we're taking the ravine all the way down to bedrock, but we're doing it in phases. So the first phase is to get everything, the 3 sides of the ravine that we're digging down to at least Y10, if not Y0. We'll kind of play that by ear. And then the phase 2 will be taking it down to bedrock. And then we'll have some phases around getting the lake done as well. And each side will probably be its own phase. So like phase 1 through 3, we'll be getting each side down to, we'll say Y0. And then phase 4 through 6, we'll be getting it down to bedrock. And then 6 and up will be, let me adjust something here off camera real quick. There we go. Okay. 2, 6, yeah, and then 7 and up will be, what is it? Oh, will be the lake effect or lake feature. So how deep we make that, how we do the waterfalls, things like that. So I don't know how many phases we'll break that into, but that's the plan there. Okay, so where is that feature at? Okay, is it? Oh, there it is. That's what it's for. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's get this going. Oh, I do see some copper there, but I'm not gonna worry about that for now. I'm trying to get the easier stuff first. And we do need to take a lot of dirt back to Obermar. We're getting pretty close to that. I think we said 2 or 3 double chests ought to be enough to finish the terraforming there, at least as much as we need superficially, and then we can, increase the depth of dirt wherever it's called for. And yeah. Well, that would be too delayed. So our usual audio monitor setup, we run off of we have a streaming laptop and gaming laptop, and then we have a Chromebook we use for some of the monitoring stuff. The reason we do that is running the monitor through OBS has a slight delay. So it's not quite real time, and without real time, I can't, running it through OBS, I can hear the effects. If I did it real time, I'd have to do it straight off of the mic. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Do we not have enough here? Yeah, so real time has to be off the mic, but then I lose the filters that we have in OBS to clean up the noise reduction and that kind of stuff. If I listen through OBS, there's a slight delay, very slight, but enough that it throws me off as I'm listening to it. And then if we listen to what's coming out of the stream as our monitor. That's also delayed, but it's delayed by a second or two. And for me, at least, that actually is helpful. It's not as distracting. It's delayed enough that I'm not hearing the word as I'm not hearing the front of the word as I'm finishing the back half of the word. Oh, I guess we can drop that off. Nah, well, okay. I don't know. We need sand too, but so if that makes sense. What would be nice is if anyone knows of some kind of what do you call it, like a DAC or some kind of audio mixer that also has filters on it, like your gates and high pass, low pass, and frequency adjustments and things like that. At least as much as you can get out of like the basic free like Tokyo Dawn plugin for OBS and what you can get out of OBS. If I had a physical device for that and I could hear it in real time, then that would be handy. But until we find one of those or someone knows of one, then that's where we are. All right, so, oh, that's our copper one. Oh yeah, we need to fill that up too. Well, we can just bump us a bunch of stuff in here because then we can come pick it up later. Right? That in there. Let's grab our tool. Oh, we're also out of coal. Well, thought we were we're out of coal in the furnace. We had coal laying around. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. So let's go back over. I think we have one, maybe 2 rounds going out, coming back before we have to go mend our tool. So let's give that a whirl. We usually try to save the last 5 or so minutes for chat time, but occasionally we have to extend that so we can get our tools mended on stream and be prepared for the next. That might be what we have to do today. All right, so, oh, right. So this is 51. Yeah, so this is 50 here. Okay. This is what we're doing here. We're trying to carve a couple lines to make small work of the task at hand. And the structure that we're seeing poking out on the upper left side is going to be our clock tower. We're kind of framing it out, seeing how we want the lines to look and what the container to look like as well. So it won't be necessarily square like that. We might have like, again, do something like the mansard or other kind of curved roof esque moments to it. I kind of like a little bit of the look of the mansard, and if we more or less make that a first choice roof, then we can kind of create a style. I don't want to say that every roof has to be in there. I don't want to be that rigid, but we can start off with that as our plan A, and then if something clearly looks better as a different style roof, then we can adjust as needed. But yeah, again, we'll do this for about an hour, and then if Hart or anybody else is around that wants to see a little to the left, we'll do that. Well, if they're around, we'll probably do it for an hour. If no one is around, we might just do it for a half hour or so. And then we play the Wildcard Wednesdays kind of by ear. So we have a docket of games like that, Unpacking, Stardew Valley, some other little farm simulators that we want to try. So Wednesdays are where we test those out. Granted, they're days that tend to have higher audiences and whatnot, but while we are trying to go, we're only slightly using some of that information, hoping for more word of mouth, and then if we need to have more than one stream on, or more than the 2 streams on Wednesday, we can certainly, or other days even, we can adjust that. So in a nutshell, the schedule that I have is more or less just something that I picked and is, at the moment at least, very flexible. So we are Pacific time, so I would say anything outside of like 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. is fair game. So we can adjust within that window depending on what other needs are, or what other preferences are. Another thing to mention in the chat if you have a preference. Help shape the development of the auditorium. Yeah, well, yeah, and I say auditorium to kind of try to do something different. I still workshopping that. I need a better word of something of where a journey might start, or at least like a save point kind of thing in a game, campsite kind of thing, something clever along those lines. So I'm going to use community and auditorium interchangeably for the moment until we think of something better. But eventually we'll get there. Oh, and we've mentioned it a few times. It's still, unfortunately, still in the works. We still have the Substack that we're trying to get going. That's more of a like journal project update of what we're doing, capturing screenshots and whatnot, and putting them in there. Every day that we do it, I guess makes it a little harder because we're trying to get everything up to a certain point. And then we'll do more of a maybe like a weekly or bi-weekly update. We might shoot for weekly, and then if it becomes too much work, we might shoot for dial that back to every 2 weeks or every month. We'll just have to play that by ear. Because trying to write the book takes a lot of time, and then other obligations. So, and I want it to feel fun, like catching up on documenting the notes and whatnot, which I enjoy, but I want to make sure that I do it at a cadence that allows me to continue to enjoy it. All right. What do we got here? Okay. Where are we on time? So we're a third of the way through our Minecraft stream. Oh, did we not? Oh, we took that here because this is welcome an awesome placeholder. This all needs to kind of come down to. Okay, so let's get rid of some of this here. So that we can get a proper line going. And once we get it over here, okay. Ooh, welcome in, Music Trip. Thank you for the like, much appreciated. How's the Wednesday going? And I'll add an extra question. Do you play any Minecraft or other games? And given the name, do you have any instruments? Hello? Welcome in. All right, so now we want to do it right about here. This would be a good line to have. All right, so we need to come up here one more. Okay. The lines that we're working, well, the vertical lines are going to get roughed up later, but for now we're trying to keep it more or less close to the walls so that we have an idea of the shape of the ravine that we're working on for Inkwood. All of which is part of the story that we're trying to write, like an actual novel. And that will be different than the Substack story. So the Substack will be free and open. You know, it's Minecraft related, so just design thoughts, things like that. The book will be we're building the world of Minecraft, but it won't be Minecraft. It won't be about Minecraft. All right, there we go. So that gives us this. Should we? Yeah, maybe we'll just work here and try to get this all down to 50. Then we can go from there and do the around the corner there and get that done as well. And we're phasing it to 0, Y0, and then from 0 to bedrock, just so that we can work on the Inkwood library at some point and get the road there done, or the controlled tunnel through the nether there. Get the road to the gold farm done, and get Oasis City kind of framed out. Still have a couple of the bigger builds we need to get going, so trying to get enough of the details done that it's clear what we're trying to say in the story, but still leave well, something to. Ooh, that was startling. More so getting knocked into the wall and having it go black, which I think is an effect of vibrant visuals. All right. Oh, we should probably eat because we're showing signs of damage. Okay. I think when we get to 30 minutes, we'll head over to our skeleton farm over here and do some mending. I don't know if we'll spend the whole 30 minutes over there, but we'll probably spend a good 10 minutes in the skeleton farm mending some tools, seeing how that goes. Oh, okay, so that lights this up because we tapped into the tunnel below. Okay. That's another thing I find kind of interesting is the tunnels, when we light them up and then come back to them later, just seeing where they are, and then the first time we were lighting them up, it's scary in air quotes. Trying to light it up and not get ambushed by too many mobs, and then we come back, it's all lit up, and we know how big it is, and it's never, well, not never, it's usually not very big. Hello, we could use your help. Thank you. Alright, so I think we'll drop off some stuff because it's getting dark enough. Mobs are starting to come out. Let's drop off some of the cobblestone, gravel, that kind of stuff. Flints, helmets. So the dirt and diorite we can take back. Okay. We forgot to bring our shulkers with us, so we just have to drop them in our staging chest over here. Well, it looks like we're gonna need another staging chest. Dirt and diorite. Oh, we don't need the... Oh, okay, so there we go. So let's sleep, and then we'll go over to our skeleton farm. Oh, I guess we'll mention it again, but... Oh. So yesterday we had a realm issue, which is why we couldn't get on. Our realm was showing us expired, even though we'd been getting charged for it. And I still don't know what the issue was. It looks like maybe like the account ownership got changed to one of the other accounts. And the account that had a subscription on it. So, but I really have no idea. And a little bit of a soapbox moment. Full disclosure there. A little concerned about the Mojang Microsoft support system having like a two-part system. I don't know why everything isn't under the Mojang umbrella, like when it comes to realms and everything else, unless it's like physically running on an Xbox and is giving some kind of error that indicates a hardware issue. But that is my soapbox moment. Because luckily we take those, you're supposed to get 18 months after your realm expires to download it without losing anything. Luckily, when we resubscribed, we were able to get into it, and everything was there. We also take, the 6-month backups, which is nice. And as it happens, we'd taken one fairly recently, so we wouldn't have lost a full 6 months, like a month or so. The clouds are much more frequent every couple minutes, like a rolling backup, but lesson there, always pick a cadence you can live with every day, week, month, and download your world backup if you're on realms, just so that you have that. You can always delete older ones too. You can create your own rolling cycle there, but recommend that. What else? Yeah, I guess so it seems to be holding up now. So, the other design issue, if not that anyone from Mojang will hear this, but having realms under the play button as well as a realms button is misleading. And maybe there's a timer on it later. And what I mean by that is, once I did sign up again, I could click play, click realms, and join this realm. But I could also click a realms button on the home screen in Minecraft. That took me to sign up for realms again. And that didn't go away until I restarted Minecraft. In which case, there was just the play options and market, something like that, and the only realms option was underplay. So there was inconsistent button visibility. Only a slight soapbox moment there, I guess. More of a putting that out there in case anyone else sees that, or if anyone with influence can address those kind of things. I mean, I know they have the bug report system, but given some of the decisions, I don't know how much faith I put into that. Anyway, let's mend some tools. So we're at the 30 minutes, well, a little over 30 minutes. So we're going to sit here a minute, engage in chat if anyone is around. Again, we'll answer any questions we can around Minecraft, the story we're trying to tell, streaming setup, other games, cooking, Legos, kind of those creative or engineering things, nerdy things in general. Welcome in. Is that Corny? How's it going? How's the Wednesday? And do you play any other Minecraft or any other games? All right. Do we have an Enderman over here? Oh, we have an Enderman looking at us. We're just gonna face forward and not engage. Not that we probably couldn't handle them one-on-one right now, but our goal is our tools, not an Enderman fight. One of these days, I guess, if we get a large enough following, I need to upgrade the lighting. Well, the face cam and hand cam definitely need better lighting and better cam. But the background could use a little bit too. Which, well, they're not around, but hopefully I can get the cat cam going this week too. Too many things to do, but need to start getting some of the little things checked off. Welcome in Echo the MC. What is it? Oh, yes. Yeah, we are trying to make affiliate on Twitch, and we're trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok with a stopover at 500. So if you're liking the stream, feel free to stick around, and if you really like it, feel free to share it out. I do want to get to a point where I can say that less and less. So this is why we kind of try to reserve this for the last 5 or so minutes, or kind of special moments when we have a few more people in chat. So I can kind of focus on that while the skeleton zombies or whatever spawner build up, and we can go from there. Do we have that? Yeah, I could probably use that. Yeah, that worked. So, what do we got? Yeah, I guess we're also lucky here that you can see a little bit. Oh yeah, another bud of amethyst came out. So that means, well, once we get experience here, we can come up here. Oh, we're not taking that one because it's coming out of the calcite. Oh, arrow's fine. Okay. But we pick a tool that takes a few seconds like that. Nothing with silk dust or efficiency so that we don't break the buds. not the buds. We don't break the spawner blocks, because these blocks we could actually take out because they're not going to spawn anything. It's only these with the kind of darker X on them. But being next to a spawner means that we can build up our amethyst supply while we're mending our tools, which is really nice. And that is kind of a soapbox moment there. I think that was a bad idea. I think Mojang should have made the budding amethyst blocks silk touchable. You still have to go and find them, and then you can bring them back to your base. Not doing that is really forcing a particular play style and taking sand out of the box. And I'm not a big fan of that. All right. Ooh. Oh, that's there. Okay. Is that? Okay. Somebody around? There we go. I don't know where we'd put the cat cam. Maybe we could put it in the upper right and just fill the four corners. But or we can turn the hand cam as like a dual spot, and when the cats are around, we can put them there. Because I need to get my better camera going. Because we have, this is what we're trying to show. This part, but it ends up not doing that. Because we have to, it doesn't have anything solid, really solid to clip on, so it's kind of stuck in that position. But we'll get there eventually. Initially, we had just the whole left-hand side was covered with a kind of a status box, which I don't mind, but I think that fits maybe in other type games. Maybe more technical ones that we can put more stats on it or something like that. Like feel like it's in part of the game. We have a TV overlay that we want to try at some point, and like a library bookshelf kind of one as well. I really like the library one too. I like the TV one as well. Both of those to be part of the story and still keep a big focus on the game, but then as you're watching the like the day of the Minecraft can be on a shelf, and then in the library you could have a monitor or mirror or something that is the face cam, little things like that, where the cam and other information isn't so obvious. It feels like part of the background, which that's something we've had on for probably a month now and just haven't kind of moved over. Is we have one of our follower accounts, we've made a React app to handle the count and movement and tie into a overlay that fits our hand cam and face cam motif. We just haven't committed that to code yet, so we haven't committed it to our GitLab, so we haven't been able to put it over to the streaming laptop yet. And hoping that I can get that done, but with that, the Substack and novel and other projects, hard to get some of that done. It actually probably wouldn't take very long, so one of those times where we need to just focus and get some of the little things done. How are we doing on that? Okay. That is one thing, well, one thing that I like that you can turn on in Java that I would like to see come to Bedrock is the advanced tooltips. So it's not on by default, but you can turn it on in Java where if you mouse over something like a tool, in addition to seeing the enchantments on it, you also see a numerical durability. And it's really, really handy for mending because, you know, it's nice to have it fully mended, but sometimes just having it within 100 or 2 durability of full is enough to get, you know, a day's work done. And that's hard to tell when it's just color, like going from yellow to olive to bright green. Like where do those numbers fall? And this is a Bedrock Survival, so we'll see how things go. Well, this is Bedrock Survival. We have a copy of Java to play around with. We actually have 5 copies. Well, yeah, we have 3 accounts and multiple copies. Because we have 2 PC copies. Well, we have it installed on 2 PCs, a Chromebook, a mobile, and Switch. So I guess we have, well, the PCs share one install. Chromebook is a separate one, too, and mobile and Switch. So we have 4 copies of the game that we've purchased. Well, I guess 5 counting the Java. Which is another unrelated to the story that we're telling, but more related to what we're trying to do while we play is the different styles and devices of play type, playing around with that, seeing what we like, don't like about that. So if you have any questions on input devices for PC, differences between mobile, Switch, Chromebook as well, I do my best to answer those. They all kind of have, you know, pros and cons. Chromebook is more similar to PC, but little differences. Switch and mobile, I guess, are the most different. All right. Oh, what's our time? Oh, okay. So we're got about 15 minutes left on the stream, so we're a little over 2/3 of the way through. Actually, we'd be about 3/4 of the way through. So we'll give this another. Well, we'll at least top up our Silk Touch. That shouldn't take the whole time, and then we can go from there. And if nothing else, this will give us a fresh start tomorrow. I do that because we do try to do some things off stream, like mending our tools. We just haven't had a chance to do that this week. So taking some time on stream, both to do that and just to show a little of some of the behind the scenes stuff and try to be out there a little more to help us reach a wider audience, build a larger caravan. All right. And all right. Did we? Oh, what do we have in here? Okay. Okay, so we need, we ended up picking up those bows, so we don't want that. I don't want to put a, in the first Minecraft world that I ever played with a group of friends, I built an incinerator, a little chest you put things in, and it would send it through a hopper into lava. Well, eventually it was. Before then, it was just a door to a little pool of lava that I could throw stuff in. But I'm reluctant to do that as much without a working item filter, because I mean, netherite stuff would survive the lava and you get it back, but if you use something like cactus or threw away something you did want that was flammable, I don't want to have to go through that. So more likely to just let things despawn than actually dispose of them through lava or cacti. I guess depending on how many we have. All right. How are we doing? Okay. Yep. I think we're doing all right. So, getting down to the 10-minute mark. So we still have 2 minutes. So we've only done another 3 minutes on top of our quarter. Yeah, I'm thinking that we might cut a little to the left today, unless anyone joins and wants to see that before we end our stream. So if anyone wants to see a little to the left and mentions it in chat in the next 12 minutes, then we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll probably cut it and try to get back on track for some of our projects and then get back to probably do it again next Wednesday. Provided, we don't have any more technical issues, I think that will work. It is a nice game. We just have a lot to do to try to be able to continue doing this full time. And so trying to organize our priorities in a way to allow us to do this full time and to do longer streams. Because I realize most streamers probably do 2 to 3 hour streams as the standard, and then longer streams occasionally. So that's really where I want to get to. But we need to be in a position that we can do that consistently. So I don't want to do a 2 or 3 hour stream and then have to once or twice and then have to cut back to really short 30-minute streams. So trying to be consistent at an hour and kind of work my way up to those longer streams. And doing some of the other variety games. So at some point we'll get Satisfactory and Planet Crafter to a point where we're just kind of walking around enjoying the worlds until there are updates. And in that case, those will probably actually move to the back of the queue on Wildcard Wednesdays, where we just like play through whatever update happens. And then the games that have gone through the Wednesday vetting will end up on the weekend streams. It's like we've already played a lot of Stardew Valley, but that could be one that could eventually move to a weekend stream until we get far enough along into it, and then it would kind of follow that same pattern of once it's far enough along, it would move to the back of the Wednesday vettings until we reach until there are updates and we want to play through those. But yeah, the kind of cozy builder factory kind of games are the ones that we're looking for. So If anyone has any recommendations on those, always welcome to put those in chat. We do keep a small list. That's where we got a little to the left and unpacking from. We've had some people mention games like Rust. I don't know that we would do that on stream, but you're welcome to recommend any game that you think would fit the vibe and feeling of the stream that we're projecting. You know, the cozy, well, yeah, cozy, chill, relaxing, kind of those. If those words come to mind when you're thinking of the game, then that's probably a good recommendation. All right. Oh, and I don't know if they're still live, but our streamer in the other ear was Scotsman UK playing Minecraft. You know, you can go search for them if you want another interesting Minecraft streamer. All right. How much is this going to work? Okay. All right. Down almost 7 minutes left to see if anyone wants to do a little to the left. Because we do need to get some writing done, and then we missed our walk this morning trying to go through the support to get our realm back up. So probably do that shortly hereafter. Trying to be somewhat active. All right. Oh, carrots. Maybe do we have another chest? Oh, we could. Yeah, maybe we do that. Maybe we do that. Right, and then we can put arrows. I don't know if we want to put bones. I don't know if we want to those kind of things. I don't know that if we want any of the bows yet, because we have a lot of bows already, and we get so many of those that I don't think we need to worry about keeping those. All right, 6 minutes left. Right, so we can go here and we can drop that off. Okay. Oh, that means... Oh, we want to get rid of that. This means I'm not going to be able to... Oh. I have to find something to do with these bows. Okay. Because it's taking up a lot of inventory, and we really just want the other stuff is more valuable anyways. Some of the armor we can drop off at the armor shop. And if we had an anvil, we could repair some of them, but I don't know that we really want that many. Arrows. So we have like, I mean, we could save some of these, I guess, enchanted bows, but get rid of everything else. That might be the way we have to go. Well, we still have to do it manually though. But anyway. Yeah, it is going to take most of our time to get our, our silk touch fully mended. Okay. There we go. What do we got? So more bones, more arrows. We have a bone meal farm, but it doesn't hurt to have this to make more bone meal and bone blocks, and the arrows can go over to our armory over at Overmorrow at some point. Welcome in, Bojack Horseman. How's it going? All right, so we've got just over 3 minutes if anybody wants to see a little to the left after this. Otherwise, we'll work on some writing and our walk and some of our technical projects. All right. I think that's actually pretty good. Actually, we might go to the surface and we might actually have to cut things a little bit short. Let's go here. Yeah, I think by the time we get up to the surface, that'll be good. We'll call our stream there. So, thank you for joining day... was it 564 of the journey begins? We'll see you tomorrow for day 565 when the journey continues. If you like what we're doing, you can check us out on Linktree, linktr.ee/mindtripmedia. Whoops. That will have links to our TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and the world download on GitLab, as well as Blue Sky. Blue Sky is where we make our Go Live announcements. So keep an eye out there. You can follow us on any of those if you want to support the channel. And if you really like our Storyback builds, you can feel free to share those out as well. And so with that, yeah, we're going to end here about a minute or so early. But welcome in, I Like Coffee. Great name. We do need to head off here in a second, though. So thank you again, everyone. And we will see you tomorrow when the journey continues.